Welcome back to another live update with me, Gareth, and today we've got my wonderful wife and co-host Jackie with us today.
Hello.
So today we've got another live update, and we've actually got something special today. We've got the first chapter of Patrick Baboumian's amazing Earthraiser, the animal rights comic that we talked about in our first episode. So we've got the link in the description of this, so please go and check it out. And we just want to sort of talk a little bit about that, and then we've also got a bit of an update with the activist series in regards to where we're sort of at with catching up with people.
Yeah, what's been going on? All sorts happening. We've always got all sorts happening.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it already, the first chapter of Earthraiser is up, and I've got to say it's looking fantastic. It's about 19 pages, and it's brilliant for us to see it because we're doing the interview, and hopefully all of you have seen the interview. If not, get over to FTA, and it's even on the activist series page as well. And Patrick was talking about how in his childhood he saw some of these things, like when he was in Iran and seeing his neighbours see the oil refinery getting blown up, and just that tragic first-hand experience he had. And when you first open up the Earthraiser comic, you'll see our main protagonist, Wolf, going through a similar thing, and it's so wonderful to have that backstory, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And Patrick in the interview he speaks about how while this experience didn't happen to him, the one that is happening to Wolf with losing his father in the oil refinery. Patrick also lost his father very early on in life, and what happened in the start of Earthraiser is something that sadly happened to his neighbours in Iran. So it's really powerful images to start that off with, isn't it?
Yeah, just to have that first-hand experience. And yeah, like I was going to try and do a live sort of reaction thing with this, because as I'm getting to learn the live program here on Facebook, I was going to share my screen and everything, but I decided to check it out last night, and I just read the whole thing straight away. I thought I was just going to quickly brief a look at it, and then we can talk about it tomorrow and have our reactions on the spot. But Jackie asked me later, have you read it already? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I was behind as usual.
But yeah, it's really engaging, and
It is.
I love the art style with David Padilla. It's really gripping and keeps you going through. And yeah, I've never really got into comic books out here in New Zealand.
I haven't read one since the Beano. Like Dennis the Menace was my last comic book hero.
Beano and the Dandy was my whole sort of comic book thing. Sorry, my earpiece keeps falling out this morning. We're using different headphones today. But yeah, like it's really good, and I'm pretty sure when we were in the interview, we were talking about how. So I'm going to take that out at the moment.
I'm hanging solo. What do I do?
But when we were talking in the interview, we said how it's more for an older audience, because there is some swearing in and stuff like that. But to be honest, most kids these days have heard all these words anyway, and it's nothing too bad. But it's really good, and the dialogue kept me rolling through quite fast.
Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
The other Patrick, but the other legendary Patrick. It was great to see you here, man. But yeah, so it was really great, and I really like the scene in the bar. I don't know if you picked up on it. The protagonist, Wolf, is talking with his friends about sort of what's happened, and did you pick up on the barkeeper in the background?
I just that's too early in the morning here. I was recognizing his friends that he spoke about that he worked into the story. So you tell me about the bar. What did I miss?
Well, if you look into the background of it, I think it's about halfway through the first chapter. You'll see the scene in the bar, and if you look at the bartender in the second sort of scene, I think he's meant to be pouring a glass, but he's paying too much attention to what Wolf is saying to his mates there. So for me, I'm already hatching theories like, oh, is this one of the baddies? Is he hiding out back there? And it's once again in the interview, Patrick was talking about how the characters in this book, they're not necessarily going to be your sort of black and white villain or hero. So it's going to be really interesting to see, because I've already got a half a dozen theories. I have a strong feeling that Agent D is going to be a big ally.
Yeah, she's a very complex character. It really is too early. Very complex character. I'm trying to work her out already, and I was expecting this very bad, aggressive person, but already I'm thinking, there's more to you. I wonder what she's going to be like.
But the leader of the, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of them, but like the Elite Four, the sort of horsemen of the apocalypse type chaps. That lead guard, and he's got that awesome like arm blade thing.
Yes.
I can't remember his name. Sorry, Patrick Babu.
We had 19 pages to take him, Patrick. It was pretty compelling.
But yeah, I already hate that guy. I'm looking forward to seeing what Wolf does when they finally come to blows. Because
he reckoned he could take Wolf down in 5 seconds. I was like, I'm
looking forward to it pacing. But as the chapter ends, Agent D is watching Wolf sort of. He's escaped and stuff like that, and she's looking forward to seeing what happens when he's out in the wild. And I'm really looking forward. So please hit that link that I put in the description of this and go check it out.
We got to the end of 19 pages, and I wanted to read more. And I'm not a comic book type person, but it's just. I loved seeing all Patrick's, the concept, the characters, all the things that he was talking about in the interview. If you watch the interview, and then go and see the comic. It's wonderful just seeing all that brought to life. You're on my headphone. And brought to life so quickly as well. The support for this has been so huge. And I think the campaign has something like 40 hours left to go, is that right?
Yeah, the campaign's coming to a close very soon, so if you want to get and support it, get over, once again, through the link, you can get to the Kickstarter there, and get and back it, because I can't wait to get my hands on a copy of Earthraiser, because it's fantastic. It's one I want in my library.
I was thinking of people that we could get it for as well, that would make a wonderful gift, definitely, and for the hardcover version, it's already fantastic as a comic, but I think the final goal is to get it in hardcover, and I think it would make a fantastic hardcover book, wouldn't it? I think it would really just add that extra shininess, glossiness, and it's fantastic. David Padilla, your illustrations are incredible. They really reel us in, and everything about it is just in your face, just really impactful. So.
Actually, one of the things I really liked is in that first sort of scene how the explosion sound effect is one that I haven't ever read before. And it is goom, and I was just like, that's a really good one.
Definitely.
Call me a comic book noob, but we better not hold people up too long. And we should probably get onto the activist series part.
Can I just say my favourite bit?
Oh, yeah.
Or one of my favourite. I love the illustrations and the colours, but you'll see at the end of the chapter on page 19, you've got Wolf, and he's standing there, and he's got all the animals with him as well. He's got the pigs and the cows and everything. And I think it's just lovely, just really enforces home that message of what Patrick is doing and what Earthraiser is all about. So I hope you enjoy as much as we have.
Yeah, we've absolutely loved being part of it. Well, being able to talk and do the interview with him, and getting to see it.
Yeah. And thank you, Patrick, for coming up with the concept. Such a different and new and exciting concept, and really making a difference.
I'm really looking forward to if it does manage to become a film one day, because that'll be really cool. Marvel clear out the way. Here comes the Boomian.
Definitely.
But so with the activist series, we just want to sort of update today about. Some of our lineup and such, because we've basically at the very start I put up a load of photos and a description of all the people who had confirmed for season 1. As of today, we haven't had any cancellations so far. It's just that people like Paul Watson, I think we've managed to book him in for next month now.
Yeah, he's busy. We'll let him off.
Yeah. It's just some of these speakers, it's taken longer than expected to sort of catch up with them. And to be honest, the way that our first sort of month kicked off with the interviews, we were doing so many back-to-back. I'm kind of glad that they're starting to space out a bit more. But
we never expected the support to be so huge, did we?
No.
It's wonderful.
Like, we fired out, I don't know, 50, 60 odd emails at the start, and we expected like half a dozen to come back, but we've had so many people interested in being in part of the series, and I really can't wait to bring them to you all. But yeah, we even had to postpone Dr. Gregor for later this week. Like, he's now going to be, what, next month or something?
November.
Oh, he's
That's
November,
how busy
yeah.
Dr. Gregor is. You know, we
Yeah, he's
booked
got-
him a couple of months in advance, and then, well, we did realise the interview was at 5 in the morning, didn't we? To be fair.
Yeah, we had. It's a bit of a problem because we're in New Zealand. Certain time zones really conflict with what we can do here, especially Eastern Standard Time, because that usually results. It's about. I think the interview is scheduled for 5:30 in the morning, and we want to make sure that whenever we put out content, we put out as high as possible. And at 5:30 in the morning, I will not be functioning. There's no point putting me in front of a camera. I'm bad enough now, and it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah, and the lighting's still not great, even at 8 o'clock.
No,
We're in the middle of
it's-
winter.
I think it's something when I do get into season 2. It may be something that I will be investing in, is getting more artificial lighting. I've got a couple of little ones from when I used to do food photography and stuff, but no real big shiny ones. So when it comes to doing the early morning ones, like you'll notice with the Patrick one, there's a lot more orange lighting. That's because I'm using all these lamps and stuff around the room. It looks like an indie rock gig, you know. I've got all these odd lamps around the room, and it's all quite groovy. But yeah. So yeah, a lot of these people on that list that you haven't seen come up or I haven't announced yet, it's just because they're going to be a little bit later down the track. We are also looking at separating. Possibly we're looking at separating into making the start of season 2 from some of the ones that we filmed.
Yeah.
Just because we've got so many episodes right now, we're still debating how long we're going to make the first season. But we've got a lot more to keep recording, a lot more to keep doing.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. But I do have a bit more of a plan actually for the first 10 episodes. So as I mentioned last time, I'm going to be hopefully editing James Wilson next from The Plant Paradigm. After that, I think I'm going to be doing Joey Carbstrong. So I'm sure a lot of people will be excited to see his episodes. And then I think I'm going to do Katrina Fox from Vegan Business Media and also the Women's Leadership.
Yeah, the Women's Vegan Leadership Networks, which I'm very proud to be part of.
Yeah, and then also I think episode 10 we're going to do Matthew Glover, who is the one of the founders of Veganuary, $1 Million Vegan, and now Veg Capital. So yeah, we've got a very, very exciting lineup for the first 10, and then from there I've got, well, as I've said so many times, I've got 21 episodes up my sleeve at the moment. So yeah, I'll start ordering them out, and yeah, it's all pretty cruisy. We're back in Napier, as you might see from our last update. We were in Wellington, now we're back in Napier, the starting spot. So we're all in a bit of chaos this morning as we've been unpacking, because we spent the whole of yesterday driving, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it yesterday?
No, it's the day before.
Day before. My brain is still packed up, so we'll get it out.
It's full on. Actually, talking of Katrina Fox and Vegan Women's Leadership Network, I need to get my tongue around that. Just discovered yesterday, I'm very proud to be part of VegFest UK coming up in August. I've been invited to be a speaker representing the Vegan Women's Leadership Network. So super, super excited about that. I haven't been home to the UK in many years, but thanks to the wonder of technology, I will be there. So we'll give you more on that as well. And yeah, it's an interview that, or a talk that we hope will be, pretty interesting, and we'll be sharing on Vegan FTA as well.
Yeah, so we've got lots of exciting things to bring to you very soon, and in just a couple of hours, we're going to be talking to Dr. Mike Joy for one of our episodes, and that should be an interesting one because he's at one of New Zealand's, he's sort of one of our top environmental sort of advocates, I'd sort of say, and he's a freshwater ecologist. So we're going to be talking a lot about, we're sort of going to talk quite a bit about dairy farming and the effect that it has on the water systems out here, because we're promoted as clean, green New Zealand, but it's really not the case. We're number 2 in polluted riverways and number 1 in colorectal cancer, which has been linked to or the nitrogen that we're putting in the water. So it's going to be an interesting discussion. It is based and focused around a lot of New Zealand stuff that we're talking, but once again, it's something that can be attributed to any sort of country, and if we're doing it here in New Zealand, I wonder what's happening in, say, the UK, the States.
Absolutely.
we're pretty terrible at some things, but there's other places that are also doing pretty terrible things. So it's going to be a really interesting one. I can't wait to pick his brains on this sort of stuff. And yeah,
it's going to be great. Another exciting week. We've got so many great names coming up. More news happening all the time. So
yeah, we better love you and leave you. I think this is probably the longest one we've ever done with the live updates. But yeah, get and check out the comic book. You know, it's in the link in the description. It's absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to read the rest of it. Just the artwork, the story in it is just really gripping, and yeah, I can't wait to see what does happen to Wolf out in the wild.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant seeing everything come to life, and look forward to getting embroiled in their story.
Yeah. Well, we'll love you and leave you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for all the love and support, and we'll catch you next time.
Catch you later.